We're all out in the jungle right now, and we're going to see what happens when we're out there.
Welcome. I am Nimo.
And I'm Nyce.
And welcome to Get Your Ass
Home
Podcast. Episode 1. What's going on, Heather B. Nyce?
Shit and everything and nothing.
It's been a long time.
Yep.
Why
I'm
we keep
sure
doing
the audience is like, what the hell
I know.
are they doing?
I know. But we home now.
Literally. Literally. So, we started something new.
Yes.
The Get Your Ass Home Podcast. So today we are going to introduce this with returning home and what that means for us, and what we think the economy, the society, everybody is kind of veering towards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what you want to start off with?
I mean, let's just talk about like the motivation for this podcast and why we started it.
Get Your Ass Home podcast. Well, it started off us talking about Get Your Ass Home tour. So it started off with that, but then we thought about making it a podcast because we all know, majority of people know us from podcast and breakfast. So we had a hiatus with that.
We didn't have a hiatus.
We didn't?
No.
What you call it?
We do shit when we want to.
Okay.
We jump in realms and then we jump out of them.
That sounds like us. Yeah. Build shit and leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. That sounds
we said
more.
what we needed to say about it.
True. So it basically came from that.
Yeah.
And the best way that we know how to articulate ourselves about what it is actually living it first.
Fact.
So, it was like this whole thing of trying to get back home, especially in the days we in today. We all know, we ain't gonna break it all the way down of everything that's going on the last year of 2023 and 2024 present. Mm-hmm. But it's just getting back home and getting back to those morals and values that we had often forgotten. We need to get our ass back home to the original ways of love and taking care of our lineage and taking care of our mental and our spiritual well-being. So, basically those are the foundations of why we even started this podcast.
Fact.
Right. She's just so smiling. Yeah. So
oh, man.
So what you want to talk about, baby?
So you said something and it holds true, like getting back home and getting back, to taking care of our lineage and our roots and like what the motivation is behind that. So we are very spiritual beings, you and I, and always trying to align ourselves with the highest and the most high beliefs and things. And I think it's time that there are new voices in the realm of discussing roles in a family.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's a lot of podcasts out there.
Yes.
Hosted by men and women.
Yes.
Who are of the single status.
Okay.
Who are talking about what a man's role is and what he's supposed to be doing and what a woman's role is and what she's supposed to be doing.
Right.
Mind you, these people are single.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so, me and you and I going on 21 years of marriage.
21 years
21
together.
Years of
22.
Marriage. 22 together.
Yes.
I believe we have first-hand experience, knowledge, skills, trial and error on what this should look like and why everyone should be trying to just get back home. Get their ass home.
Yes. Get your ass home.
Get your ass home.
Yeah.
So, we can start with just the family dynamic. The parents and the children.
Yes. So, you mean how the family all should come home? Or?
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you know this. We've been pretty much on this wave since 2017.
Yep.
I mean, as far as like actionary things of trying to really get home. We took our kids out of public school earlier.
Public in-person school, now it's a difference.
It's a
you
difference.
gotta say in-person.
Okay, my wife know a little bit more about that part, right? In-person school.
In-person.
So and this was 2017?
Yeah.
Okay, so we took them out in-person school in 2017 and brought them home. And that whole concept of even bringing them home with me doing a lot of work from home as well at that time, I just liked how, I've always liked how my family is home. There's more love. We all together. Anything goes on within the world, we don't have to look for one another. We don't have to worry about us being too much influenced by anything, because we're all here together. This is, to me, how the Most High would want it to be. And that was starting that tour early on, like actionary things. It started with the kids, and me seeing my kids literally every day. It seemed like before that time, before us moving to California, I wasn't able to see my family every day like that, because you're leaving the door.
Right.
Or not
they
seeing
gone,
my kid. Exactly.
When we come home,
exactly.
We got maybe 3 to 4 hours. You making dinner, doing homework. Okay, go
exactly.
to bed.
Exactly.
Right.
So it was that started this whole thing. That sparked. We all should be at the crib.
For sure. Plus, with the way the world was changing,
right?
Outside influences, mostly for the kids, right? If their goals and dreams is to do one thing and go to college here and do that,
right?
We didn't need to wait for high school to get them on that pathway. It's like, okay, well, let's remove this distraction. What's in our power? And I think people are just not looking at what's in their power to change in their family dynamic right away.
True.
And
True.
we understand that not every family can homeschool their children because they don't have someone there.
Right.
Or
right.
they don't have that community. That is the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, everybody's on social media though, and that's what I don't gather, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know your friends and your family, and everybody at this point probably knows somebody who's homeschooling a kid. So
Absolutely.
Why not make that a community? Build that rapport, build that, village where you can help hold your child accountable who is sitting with this parent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, that opened a whole other realm of concerns.
But
hopefully this is a friend or a trusted family member that you know.
Right.
So, yeah, I that was in our power immediately. You being home, working from home, and being able to pull the children out of in-person public school.
Right. All right.
Then comes to my goal of always getting
right.
home.
Getting home.
Getting home.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've always wanted to be home, though.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we talking about. I can remember. I can go all the way back to 2010, 2011. My job at the time, I was able to get off very early, so I was able to sometimes. I know this sounds crazy to people, but I was able to go in at 5 and get off at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Basically that's kind of like a half a day for me.
Pretty much.
And I would be, you call your wife or your loved ones. It'd be, yo, babe, I'm on my way home. I want to be home.
Yeah.
I wanna.
For sure.
It was never like, oh, okay, So I always knew early that she did. Like it wasn't. She wasn't pump faking. She wasn't lying, or she just didn't want to be there
to not do anything.
Exactly.
I mostly wanted to be there to be with you.
Exactly.
And then whatever we was doing, we would do together. Because
right.
you
100%.
and I did a whole lot of side projects.
We did.
That I was like, I feel, and this revelation came about last year, that I feel 1,000% most comfortable working on anything you tell me to work on.
Okay.
Right? Any side project, or whether it was music, marketing, entertainment, you tell me to do this, I want to do it. You tell me to design this, I want to do it. We was editing. Whatever it was, right. I always felt most comfortable working for you.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm ready to get home.
Right.
Give me something to do.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like I don't want to be in the workforce and
Right.
just constantly having bosses. Yeah, people can roll over in their sleep doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the dream that has manifested was always to be home and work for you, whether that's in our home or where we can all be together, because at this point now, fast forward 2024,
Right.
we have 2 high school graduates.
That's right.
Like
That's right.
the kids are getting older,
Right.
and we've always fostered our marital relationship.
Absolutely. And I think that, you know, the biggest thing, and I hear it a lot, is economically, right?
Correct.
There's no way, right? In some households, there's no way for 2 parents to be home.
Right.
And this is the biggest thing. We are all in different places financially, right? And it doesn't matter how much anybody make. I think this is the biggest thing for any man or any woman that's thinking about, yo, I need to get my ass back home as well, right? Especially in these days, like in the times that we're in, I need to get back home because we don't know what's gonna go on from day to day.
Especially not in 2024.
Especially right now. So I think it's the change. The number one thing. Sometimes you cannot change your economic or your finances as today. Right. So what can I do today that doesn't need any money? Change your mindset.
Y'all heard that? Write that down.
Change your mindset. If you want to be home, set those intentions.
Yes.
Of being home.
Never stop saying it, as you say.
There you go.
I mean, that happened just coming to California.
There you go.
I never stop saying I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. I say you say it every day. I got tired of it. But never stop saying that, because it's a setting a mindset, right?
Yeah.
And wherever your mind goes, your energy flows.
Oof.
Right? Bars. Right?
Whatever you say your heart on, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. People say, well, I can't do it. If you can't do it, then guess what? It won't happen.
Yeah.
But if you have a family meeting to understand these are the goals that we want, these are the things that we need for this family to work moving forward, I think it's setting the mindset first. I'm not going to even talk about any finances, because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you like I have a job that you can actually go to,
right,
or a company that you can actually fill out an application for, because I don't.
Right.
The only thing that I know is changing my mindset as a man changes the trajectory of my family.
Right.
And
all of that has to be rooted in the Most High.
Come on now.
Like, we can live in this 3D world all day long, but if our mental is not aligning with God's purpose and what He wants us to do, then it's never gonna happen. I mean,
right.
And if it is, it's because somebody else gave it to you. It wasn't from the Most High. Okay. So everything we've done and all of our decisions have been discussed with and rooted with the Most High. And when it comes to fruition, it is an affirmation from the Most High that what we was doing, or our mindset, our goals, aspirations, intentions was set with good purpose.
There you go.
So all of our things, all of the decisions, the choices, the moves we've made up into this very single moment have been rooted in the Most High, and He has granted us the things that we have desired.
Amen.
Finances was not there.
That's right.
Nobody who we probably reaching with this podcast
That's
is
right.
rich.
That's right.
So it didn't matter though. And I think everybody, they really forgetting that what God do don't have nothing to do with the economy, who's elected president, who is in your government, what state you live in. If you have good intentions, positive intentions that aligns with the purpose that He wants you on, then it will come to fruition. That don't mean that it's gonna come on your time.
That's right.
And like
Absolutely.
he said, I was saying I'm ready to go for you.
Yes.
Got tired of it.
Yes.
And even in the past 2023, I was rest to go.
Rest to go. All right.
And God said, calm your down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because
I got
you still got to pray in the wait. You still got to pray in the hallway when no doors are open.
Lord have mercy. Hallway, windows
Man,
ain't cracked.
I get it.
Woo.
Yeah, I totally get it. You know what I mean? And it's really important. None of this would work if you're not putting the Most High first.
That's right.
That's just the bottom line of that.
That
You know
is
what I
right.
mean? None of this would work at all. There's no amount of money that could make this thing work the way we want it to work, or the way that we actually see it, or is good for us, without the Most High. Absolutely, 100%.
Exactly.
So what else is on the?
You know, we covered it. We covered the basis of why we doing this.
Okay.
So with that being said, I mean, we can give you some points on what we plan to talk about throughout our episodes.
Okay.
So
more of an introduction
for
to.
sure.
Okay.
For sure. They want to know what's to come.
Okay.
What we gonna be talking about?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Obviously the Most High will be rooted in all things that we approach this podcast with.
Amen.
So spirituality, home structure, family dynamic, lifestyle, obviously economy, because we are not living under a rock. We understand what's going on. It just does not immediately affect how the Blunts live.
Right.
Okay. Education and health and divorce, because since COVID, a lot of that came about.
Right.
You know, and mental health, most importantly, I believe.
Okay.
You saying okay as if you didn't agree on these.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just listening.
Yeah.
Right.
So all of that ties into getting your ass home.
Getting your ass home.
We just want to get back to the beginning.
Right. Right. Our next venture for this family is buying land.
Oh.
Or getting some land, man. I mean, it's getting back to what, to me, you know, the Most High is gonna get his order, no matter what's going on in the world. He's gonna definitely lead everybody back to the original things that he wanted us to do.
That's right.
The original intentions that he wanted us to pour into our lives, and we all kind of feeling it. You don't have to agree with everything that we're saying, but you do have to be real with yourself and say, this is not the same world it once was, right?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
yeah, a lot of things have changed just since 2020. I've been seeing it change probably the last 10 years.
Right.
I mean, me personally paying attention. But, you know, it all equates to you really have to value family, number one, God.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody making it out of this alone.
Because ain't nobody supposed to be alone.
Well, you got to tell that to the women now. They ain't.
No, you got to tell that to the men.
I got to tell it to the man.
Okay, here we go.
We fighting. We beefing, man.
We ain't. We ain't beefing.
No, we not.
It's just some things, some dynamics. Like people need to know their place.
For
and
sure.
that's as blunt and as blatant as I can say it.
For sure.
And everybody is trying to come up with a way to manipulate the role of the opposite sex.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only for their benefit, right? For what you want them to do while they with you.
True.
And that is not it. Is what you doing or what you telling him or her rooted in what God want for that person?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that is the bigger question. And that's
true.
a whole nother episode, and that's probably gonna go down the realm of relationship, divorce, and mental health, because it all ties together.
So it don't have nothing to do with no money?
Oh, you talking about high value?
Yeah, they don't. Is it? I got to be high value?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't think God put it in the Bible to make sure you marry a
I thought it was-
100,000 man.
I thought it was 140 in the Bible.
Oh shit, 140.
I thought it was 140. Maybe not.
Well,
Maybe,
you know,
maybe.
and these women, they just supposed to shut up and listen.
Ooh.
Is that what I'm supposed to have did?
That's what they saying, man.
Well, is that what I had?
No. You
No, I
definitely,
didn't.
definitely ain't shut up and listen, man. No.
Oh, excuse my country accent. I won't say Nimo's
Yeah.
country accent.
Yeah.
I love for the St. Louis, the Midwest to come on out.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, you know, I mean, all jokes aside, this podcast is going to be very good for those that want to evolve, because we too are still evolving and still students of life. So whatever we learn, you learn. However we grow, hopefully through this podcast, you grow. You know, that's. You got anything else? You got anything else you want to talk about? That is the introduction.
I think that is it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay,
Can't
well.
give them too much up front. They may not come back,
I
or
know
we
it.
may not make another one.
Man,
Who
you know how
knows?
you know it. Stay tuned. You know how we are.
Listen, we did 1 3-hour one. We done.
Yeah, man. If we don't have another podcast up, just call our phone at 555. Get your ass home.
Leave a comment. Leave a comment below.
But yo, this is episode 1. I am Nimo,
I'm Heather B. Nyce.
and this is Get Your Ass
Home.
Podcast. One love.